Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to dive right into a topic we all love: food. Let's imagine we're catching up with friends, planning meals, and just chatting about all things delicious. This is a great way to practice your daily English conversation skills. Let's start. So, what are you thinking for dinner tonight? I'm feeling a bit lazy, to be honest. Maybe we should just order something in. What are you in the mood for? Pizza? Chinese? Thai? The options are endless. I had Italian yesterday, so I'm thinking something different. How about we get some spicy Thai curry? Or maybe some pad Thai noodles? I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Oh, that's a great idea. I love Thai food. The last time we had it, that green curry was amazing. It was so creamy and had just the right amount of spice. Do you remember which restaurant that was from? We should definitely order from there again. Let's get some spring rolls as an appetizer, too. The crispy ones, not the fresh ones. And maybe some mango sticky rice for dessert. It's my absolute favorite. Done. I'll look up the restaurant now. While I do that, tell me, what's the best meal you've ever had? For me, it was probably on my trip to Spain. We had this incredible paella by the sea. It was filled with fresh seafood, shrimp, mussels, clams, everything. The rice was so flavorful, with saffron and lemon. I can still taste it. It was one of those perfect travel moments. That sounds incredible. For me, it's a bit simpler. It's my grandmother's chicken soup. I know it sounds cliche, but nothing beats it. She makes it from scratch, letting the chicken and vegetables simmer for hours. It's so comforting and tastes like home. Whenever I'm feeling down or a little sick, that's all I want. It's more than just food, it's a feeling. I totally get that. Comfort food is the best. For me, that's mac and cheese. The cheesier, the better. A big, warm bowl of it just makes everything feel right. Speaking of cheese, are you a fan of strong cheeses? Like blue cheese or goat cheese? Some people can't stand them, but I think they add so much flavor to a salad or a cheese board. I'm on the fence about blue cheese. A little bit is okay, but too much is overpowering. But I love goat cheese, especially when it's baked and served with honey and nuts. It's so creamy and tangy. We should make that sometime. It's a really easy and impressive appetizer if we have guests over. We just need some good bread to go with it, maybe a fresh baguette. Okay, that's a plan for our next get together. Let's talk about breakfast. Are you a sweet or savory breakfast person? I go through phases. Sometimes, all I want is a big stack of pancakes with maple syrup and berries. Other days, I need something savory like scrambled eggs with toast and avocado. And coffee, of course. I can't function without my morning coffee. How do you take yours? Black? With milk and sugar? I'm definitely a savory breakfast person. Eggs are my go-to. I like them sunny side up with a runny yolk. Perfect for dipping toast into. I also love a good breakfast burrito with eggs, sausage, cheese, and some salsa. It keeps me full for hours. As for coffee, I need a little bit of cream, but no sugar. I prefer to taste the coffee itself. I've been trying different types of beans recently. The ones from Ethiopia have a really nice fruity flavor. You're so much more sophisticated with your coffee than I am. I just grab whatever is on sale at the supermarket. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two. Do you ever bake? I've been trying to get into it. I made chocolate chip cookies last weekend. They were pretty good, but a little too flat. I think I might have used melted butter instead of softened butter. Baking is such a science, isn't it? One small mistake and the whole thing can be ruined. It really is a science. I enjoy baking, but I prefer cooking because it's more forgiving. You can taste and adjust as you go. With baking, you just have to trust the recipe and hope for the best. My specialty is apple pie. The secret is to use a mix of different apples, some sweet, some tart, and a lot of cinnamon, of course. My crust is finally getting flaky. It took me years to perfect it. An apple pie sounds heavenly. We should have a baking day. You can teach me your pie secrets, and I can try to make my cookies again. But this time, I'll follow the instructions properly. We could listen to music and just have a fun, relaxing afternoon. And our whole apartment will smell amazing. That is the best idea ever. Let's set a date for that soon. Okay, back to our dinner order. I found the Thai place. They have a special deal tonight. If you order two main courses, you get a free appetizer. So, we can get the green curry, the pad thai, and the spring rolls will be free. How perfect is that? That's amazing. It's a sign. Let's do it. I'll get the green curry, and you can get the pad thai. And we'll share, of course. What about the spice level? Should we go for medium? I like spicy food, but I don't want my mouth to be on fire. I want to be able to taste the flavors. Medium sounds perfect. Not too mild, not too hot. Just right. Okay, I'm placing the order now. It says it will be here in about 40 minutes. That gives us just enough time to set the table and get ready. I'm so excited. This conversation has made me so hungry. Me too. It's funny how just talking about food can do that. It's such a universal thing that connects everyone. No matter where you're from, everyone loves to eat and talk about what they're eating. It's a great way to learn about different cultures, too. Thinking about that paella in Spain or your grandma's soup, it's all tied to memories and people. You are so right. Food is so much more than just fuel. It's about family, friends, tradition, and creating new memories. Like tonight, our simple Thai dinner. Maybe years from now, we'll remember this conversation and the delicious curry we're about to eat. It's the little moments. Wow, that got deep. But it's true. Well, I'm going to go grab some plates. Let me know when you hear the doorbell. I can't wait to dig in. This was a fun chat. We should talk about food more often. It's my favorite subject. And there you have it, a long, natural conversation all about food. I hope you found this useful for your English practice. Notice how we use different vocabulary for tastes like spicy, creamy, tangy, and sweet, and for cooking methods like baked and scrambled. We also shared personal stories and made plans, which is a big part of daily conversation. Try using some of these phrases the next time you talk about food with a friend. What's your favorite food? What's the best meal you've ever had? Leave a comment below and let me know. I would love to read about it. Thanks so much for watching and practicing with me today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more English lessons. I'll see you in the next one.